Hey y'all, welcome to the video. So we are not doing a daily draw today, nor are we doing a weekly draw. We're just actually drawing some characters that I've been meaning to draw for a bit. So I wanted to make a video for you guys for the first of the month, and I was gonna do the Glamrock animatronics. And I am working on those. I'm gonna get them done for you, don't you worry. But they are very, very complicated designs. Here are the sketches just as a quick preview for you. They are definitely coming. They're on their way. But I wasn't able to get that done in time for the video for you today. But, you know, beginning of the month, I wanted to get you all something. And I thought everyone has been asking me for Sun and Moon, so I thought I'd draw y'all up Sun and Moon. So putting the Glamrocks on hold for a bit. We'll get them to you as soon as we can. But for today, happy April. We're drawing Sun and Moon, so let's get right into it. So I forgot to do like a real recording for the sketches here, but I did actually do a screen recording when I did the coloring in, which I'm glad I did because I ended up doing some pretty fun color patterning with these guys. And that's where the most of the content is going to be in this video anyway, because sketching did not take that long. So onto real screen recording. Sun and Moon, I honestly thought I was one of the only ones who remembered these characters. I know, especially with the new Kirby game coming out, there's a lot of hype for Kirby in general, but these guys date all the way back to the first Kirby game, Kirby's Adventure for the NES, which actually is the first Kirby game I ever had. I got my copy way back when I was a kid, like, you know, when NES games were new. So I got my copy from Gray Whale, which is an independent CD store. They sold games back in the day. I think they might still sell games, but for the most part, they're like a music store. And shout out to them for still being around in 2022. I think there's only one location left, and it is the location I got my original game from. So, yeah, got it from Gray Whale, played it all the time as a kid. It has been a long time since I played the NES version, because while I do have an NES, I'm not sure if it still works, and I'm not sure if I want to try it. Old systems have a tendency to just kind of break down at some point, and I think I'd be heartbroken if I found out mine didn't work anymore, so I kind of emulate my NES games nowadays, because sorry to talk about emulation like it's a totally normal and not criminal thing, but where am I supposed to buy an NES game? Like, I already own the NES game. It's in my storage unit right now. I'm not gonna buy another NES to play it just to have that break too, you know? So I have the emulation of not the original, not Kirby's Adventure, but Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, which is very different. And by that I mean it's the exact same game, except it's got like a graphical update, and they changed a couple of the mini games, which is a little sad, because I don't know, if you've been on my channel before, you'll know that I'm a bit of a claw game person, and there was a claw game in the original Kirby's Adventure, and there's not one in the remake, so that's, you win some, you lose some. I think the other mini games they added in are a lot more fun than like Quick Draw. I was never good at anyway. I don't know who was, honestly, but I'd rather have the air grinder game, is that what they called it? Give me a sec, I'm gonna look that up. Holy crap, I was right. Okay, yeah, I'd rather have Kirby's Air Grind than Quick Draw, because I'm really bad at Quick Draw, so possibly controversial opinion, but I don't think so. Again, I do not know a single person who has ever actually beat Quick Draw from the original Kirby's Adventure, so if you have beat Kirby's Quick Draw, let me know. Holy cow, that's, like, major kudos to you. Slow clap, you are incredible. I can't believe you actually beat DDD in that. I have gotten to DDD. I've never beaten him, and I think Meta Knight might actually be after DDD, so yeah, there might even be a whole nother level that I haven't even gotten to in that game. Anyway, I've gotten way off track. Sun and Moon. These guys are a boss, by which I mean, like, the two of them together, you have to fight as one boss. They'll kind of tag team on you. One of them will come down and fight you face to face, while the other one, like, shoots stuff at you, and you can use the stuff that the one shoots at you to hit the other, or I'm pretty sure you can actually, like, the projectiles they give you, you can swallow them, and I think Sun will give you the burning ability, and Moon gives you Cutter. I think that's right, don't quote me on that. It's been, like I said, it's been a while. I mean, I have played, again, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland a decent amount, because it's emulated on my phone. I play it during airplane rides all the time, so shout out to you if you're one of the people who's been next to me on an airplane while I am playing an entire Kirby game during the flight. That is a thing that has happened multiple times. But I don't usually end up eating these guys as projectiles. I'm generally Tornado in my playthrough, just the entire game through, because Tornado is the one that I just get best. So yeah, I'm usually Tornado, so I don't usually have to eat one of their projectiles to find out what it is, so I'm not sure what it is. Quick aside, it's kind of funny to me that when you fight these two as a boss, they fight you together. Like, even after the one of them is beaten, they'll still, like, throw projectiles and stuff at you, which... By the way, when you beat them, they don't, like, die, they just lose their faces, which it brings up a lot of questions about exactly what and who they are and how they are sentient, and if you're just beating the sentience out of them to make them go back and do their job, because the one game that these two show up in where they're not a boss that you fight is the game that Marks is from, that we did the animation before, and in that game, they are just the actual sun and moon, and they are fighting each other, they're not fighting you. And in fact, getting them to stop fighting so that, you know, you have a normal day and night cycle again is originally what you set out to do in that game. So I just think it's kind of interesting that these two, in some games, they are like BFFs that are going to take you down together, and in other games, they're going to take each other out. So it just depends on which version you get. So I did a lot of fun stuff coloring Sun here. There's a couple different, like, versions of these characters, I guess, like designs for them, because they're in a couple different games that have different graphics, and then there are also like promotional images from like box art and the gaming manuals for these characters, and depending on what you're looking at, they got different stuff going on. So I just kind of went with what I thought looked best and would make the best little chibis. So yeah, really was trying to get my colors very specific. You'll see me doing a lot of color sliding in these two drawings because there's not like a specific color that they are, so I just wanted what I thought would look best, like, with the chibi collection. So yeah, I am pretty happy with how they turned out, especially Sun turned out really well. There wasn't that much I could do with Moon to really make him stand out. I was considering doing, like, what's the word, like, craters on him to give him like a little bit of texture, but I think that would have taken it too far out of the chibi and possibly maybe even made him look a little bit gross, so I didn't do that. Instead, I just gave him some tactical highlights and kept him really simple, and at the end of the day, I think that's what he needed. I mean, he's a character from a Kirby game that's some of the most simple character design you can possibly get. I mean, Kirby himself was made literally just because they had a placeholder that was a circle and everyone fell in love with it, so they were like, we better have some animations for this circle, better give him some arms and some legs, but no one wanted to give up the circle because it was already a perfect little character, so as close to simple circle as you can get is the better in Kirby characters. So yeah, kept him nice and simple, although I do still think I did enough detail on him that he matches Sun pretty well, so yeah, end of the day, I'm very happy with how both of these two turned out. And with that, we have drawn both Sun and Moon. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Happy April 1st, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a video that my FNAF fans might be a little more happy with. Okay, thank you all for tuning in. Have a good one. Bye!